My name's Trip, and over the next couple of minutes, I'm going to be sharing with you the single most important business building opportunity available to you. That's not hyperbole. I've done it in my own businesses, and I've helped other businesses also put this remarkably powerful advertising system into their business, into play for them. Put send it right now in the comments, and I'll give you everything you need to not only build your business, but make generating profits an on-demand process. Now let's move into the situation you're in and how we're going to change things for the better. Fact, getting customers through the door is harder than ever. You've tried posting on social media, running ads, or handing out flyers, but nothing seems to stick. It feels like no matter what you do, you're not building the kind of loyal customer base you need and want, and what will help your business thrive. When you build and nurture an email list, you're in control of your audience. You can create consistent sales, promote events, and get people excited to come back and to come back when you want them to come back. If you ignore this, you'll keep wasting time and money chasing after customers, hoping something's going to work, while your competitors with strong email lists keep growing and thriving. Email marketing is one of the most powerful tools for a small business today. Many businesses rely too heavily on social media, leaving them vulnerable to algorithm changes and declining reach. Social media platforms can limit how many people are going to see your posts. But with email marketing, you're not at their mercy. You own your list. On average, for every $1 spent on email marketing, businesses generate $40 to $45 in revenue. That's one of the highest returns you can get from any marketing channel. Here's a real-world example. Little Jumbo, a restaurant, used email marketing to sell tickets to a 5-course dinner event. With a list of 4,096 subscribers, they saw a 51.07 open rate. That campaign generated $2,805 in direct and indirect ticket sales just from one email. Building your list gives you control over your audience. It's not just the backup plan. In fact, it's your most reliable tool for consistent sales. And if you're not putting that into your business plan, if you're not implementing that today, you are losing out. So let's talk a little bit more about how to get this into your business and succeed. I know how to do it. I've done it in the past, and I want you to start doing it today. Don't make all this difficult. Let's use a practical, budget-friendly manner to start collecting email addresses. Too many businesses get stuck here overthinking this process, and they miss easy opportunities to grow their list. And like we're talking about, when your list grows, your business grows. Start by training your staff to ask customers for their email addresses at checkout. Keep the phrasing simple and focusing on the customer and value that you're going to give them. It could be something like, would you like to sign up for some exclusive discounts? Could be something like, get enrolled today on our email plan and get 10% off on the next time you come back. There's 1,000 different ways, maybe 1,000,000 different ways to do this. But it's got to be done. You want to measure it. You want to see how people respond, and then tweak your message at this critical point to fit. Now, use your POS system to make this process seamless. Pair this with the incentive, like we're just talking about, maybe that 10% off coupon, or maybe enter to a giveaway, a free merch, or a free tasting, or a free sample. Anything that's going to give folks an incentive to make it happen, that will help your list grow. Take a look at how Dogfish Head Brewery built an engaged email list, and that's what your goal is for your brewery. They're offering exclusive content like behind-the-scenes brewing stories, early access to limited edition beers, and invitations to special events. This gives the subscribers to their email list a reason to stay connected and makes them feel like they're a part of this brand's inner circle. Not only does it give you the opportunity to market to them, but it builds a stronger bond with those folks. These are things that now more than ever are critical to your business, not just thriving, but literally staying alive. The result of these efforts for Dogfish Head is strengthened customer loyalty, increased event attendance, and boosted sales. Remember, stats show a 40x return on investment. So the better the incentive, the better your efforts to build your list will be. So be generous with your incentives. It's going to be well worth it. Craft breweries are also finding success with simpler tools today. Modus Brewing used QR codes on packaging and promotional materials to drive customer signups. They track engagement and refine their campaigns based on data showing that even the smallest steps can have a huge impact. There's loads of different programs to build an email list. I think for what I do, Beehive is the best. It's also free to use. But the key to what program you use is tied to how you build it. If your POS system integrates with MailChimp, which is one of the biggest list building softwares out there, then that's probably your best option. I can't stress this enough. Do not let this point right now be your sticking point. Find the easiest, most straightforward method of building your email list so you can get started today. If, down the line, there's a better software option, you can simply and easily move your list to that new platform. Many of them will do it all for you for free, just to get your business. Yet, I see so many businesses get bitten by that paralysis by analysis bug at this point of this whole email list building process. Don't make that mistake. Find the easiest way to collect emails and phone numbers ideally. Ideally, target your POS system because that's probably the easiest way forward. And then you know what? Just do it. Please. And listen, I get it. Asking for emails, that can feel awkward. You might even be going, gosh, this is going to take a lot of time. But the right incentives and a clear process, you know what's going to happen? It becomes like second nature for you and your team. And as we've been talking about, the rewards are going to be well worth any tiny bit of effort. Let's start small. Train your staff to collect emails and add a sign-up QR code near checkout. Maybe some, if you've got a tap room, some table tents with a QR code with a great incentive. If you use these methods, you're going to create a consistent flow of subscribers. Now let's start crafting emails that your customers will look forward to reading. The biggest mistake I see is spamming your subscribers or sending irrelevant messages that have the opposite of what you intend to have happen. It can be kind of repelling for them. You only want to send an email to your customer list if it falls under one of these three categories. You want to share an event, you want to make an introduction, or other news that's going to interest the reader. The second reason, to build your brand. Now, this is the least important reason and should not be done too often. An example of a good reason for this is maybe you've got a new chef in the tap room. Introduce that person to your email list. And the third reason to email folks is to provide a discount or offer something special or some kind of incentivized element that's going to make them more inclined to come visit you and excited about what it is you're offering them. I mean, nothing is worse than a self-centered, which is then a useless email. Do this regularly. Just send nonsense to them, something that's not going to get them excited or interested. And not only will the efforts to send the email be a waste of time, but it will often lead to people just not reading the email, but worse, opting out of your email list. Think about it from this point of view. Who is going to be interested in my email? And ideally, that email should only go to them. So that's why the key is segmentation. Group your list by customer interests or purchase histories. For example, if someone's always buying IPAs, send them promotions for IPA releasing and tastings. Use automation to make your life easier. Schedule welcome emails, birthday discounts, event reminders. This keeps you top of mind with little effort, and it's always going to be viewed from the receiver of the email as something positive and something that they're interested in. Now, tracking is important. Pay attention to metrics like open rates and click-through rates to see what works. Hoppy Days Brewery segmented their email list based on beer preferences. When they promoted IPA tastings to IPA lovers, they achieved a 45% open rate, and they had an event for it, and it sold out. Another success story, Restaurant.com revamped their email marketing by moving from generic blasts to personalized and automated messages. Over 12 months, they saw a 900% increase in revenue per email and a 150% increase in conversions. These results show that thoughtful targeting is going to pay off massively. If the idea of automation feels a little bit overwhelming, relax, don't stress. Tools like MailChimp or Constant Contact or pretty much any of the big name email service providers, they make this process super simple. You don't need to be tech savvy at all. So look for ways to implement this. An actionable method to put into play today. Remember, I want you to do this today because it's that valuable. And once you get started, you'll be thrilled that you did. Set up one automated email today, like a welcome email for new subscribers, and track how it performs over the next week. I know running a small business feels like you're juggling a million tasks at once. Been there, done that. Marketing often feels like just another thing that's on your plate. But email marketing is one of the easiest, most cost-effective strategies you can implement. Take it step by step. Start small. Put a couple of pieces into play. Work with your staff. Get the email up and running. Start building that list. Tweak the ways you do it. Find out what works. Change what doesn't. Then, while that list is building, you're building out and including levels of automation so you don't have to do the heavy lifting. Put these things into play today, and your business is going to start benefiting today. Follow me for more practical tips to help your business grow. Don't forget to join my free newsletter for actionable advice on building your customer base and boosting your revenue. Links are down there in the description. Let's make your business thrive.